Welcome, guys, back to the I Love Wrestling podcast. I'm Justin Woolwine.
Pops!
And we today are here to review what I believe to be the first iteration of TNA Rebellion back in 2019. Rebellion's just right around the corner. I know they got sacrificed first, which completely went over my head. That's why we're doing Rebellion, if you want me to be completely honest with you. Which, this was a very interesting time for TNA and Impact Wrestling.
I never watched TNA during this era.
Okay.
Or Impact Wrestling during this era. It was very good. I was very shocked at how good it was. I enjoyed watching the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
It held from Toronto, Canada. On the announce table, we get Josh Matthews and Don Callis, which I thought they were really good.
Cyrus the Virus.
Yeah, there was a great opening video package. I want to go on record at this time. I don't know who was doing TNA. I don't know if it was Dave Sahadi or one of them.
What do you mean?
The video packages.
Like production?
Yes.
I have no clue.
But whoever was doing them, they were knocking them out the park on this. All the video packages leading up to any of the matches, I thought were amazing. Thought were fantastic. We get the first match is a six-pack scramble match.
Yep.
And it's Petey Williams, Jake Crist, Aiden Prince, Ace Austin, Cousin Jake, and Eddie Edwards.
This was really cool. For one, this is right after the debut of Ace Austin. So we get to see a very young Ace Austin. Cousin Jake, who is Jake something, now Jake Doyle in AEW. So that was cool. This is Petey Williams towards the end of his in-ring career, which is crazy to see because he's actually phenomenal in this. And then Eddie Edwards, they explain, about a year prior went through a psychotic break, which I believe was the incident where Eddie got hit in the face with the baseball bat by Sami Callihan. And afterwards,
I don't know about that. We're going to go back.
We'll get back into that. But afterwards, he kind of goes a little wonky. I didn't know anything about Aiden Prince, somebody I'm now interested in. Maybe we can get him on the podcast. That's why I'm
This was a great X Division style matchup.
Agreed.
Petey Williams showed off for the Canadian crowd. Something spectacular, I think. Aiden Prince, as you was just talking about, he hit a crazy 450.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it. Ace Austin ends up winning with a roll-up off of Petey Williams.
I like that.
You liked it? After all the action in the match,
I like Crist hits a cutter on Ace Austin on the outside on everybody, which was really nice. I really felt like this was an X Division style matchup to showcase Crist and Austin specifically. And then you had the little hints of Aiden Prince doing things, Jake coming in every once in a while hitting some power stuff. But for Williams to hit the Canadian Destroyer on Jake was nice, and then for Ace to steal the win was cool. It was kind of like the new upcoming X Division star getting the win over an already experienced X Division star, which is nice. I liked how it kind of fell right into place.
Yep. Next, we get a backstage promo from Sami Callihan about his match coming up with Rich Swann. I really loved it.
Black and white was cool.
It reminded me of Sami Callihan reminded me of a Jake Roberts or a Kevin Sullivan. The way he whispers. He doesn't speak loudly. He's not screaming. He's not shouting. But he's very calculated and just there and now. I was watching something. I forget what it was, but they was talking about, if somebody screams at the end of an alley, "I'm going to kill you, I'm going to cut your throat," are you going to be more scared of that person or the person that walks up real close and whispers, "I'm going to cut your throat"? Which one are you going to be more scared of?
Face.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The one that's right there. I thought that was great. Next we get Rohit
Raju, who is part of the Desi Hit Squad, taking on Scarlett Bordeaux with Fallah. Fallah.
Yeah, Fallah.
I'm terrible with these names. They was really throwing them at us. The first time I actually saw Raju was at a Bloodstone Wrestling event last month.
Yeah.
He wrestled there. I had never seen him. I'd heard about his Impact work. Scarlett, I've seen her obviously in WWE. I watched some of her Impact stuff and her AAA stuff. This was interesting because they advertised a Scarlett smoke show, was what they call it, which is kind of like, for lack of better terms, a striptease kind of thing. Yeah. And instead they put her in a matchup against Raju, which I thought the match was, I mean, it was a pretty basic
was solid. No, it was solid.
match, but it was a solid.
I thought it was really good.
I think it showcased what Scarlett was able to, and how over she was.
It was a good intergender matchup, too. I'm normally not a fan of the intergender stuff, but I thought this hit on all cylinders.
I thought it was funny how Rohit at the end goes for the stink face, and while the ref's distracted, gets low blowed, hit with the Dude Buster, and Scarlett wins. I thought it was just really cool how he would even tease. I've never seen a dude other than Rikishi obviously tease a stink face. So it was interesting. Very, very comedical.
Next, we get a backstage with Moose and the Rascalz. And I like this because this is that 70s show.
That 70s show style.
They're all sitting around. It's smoky. I thought it was amazingly done. This video package right here.
I like the comedic element of it.
2 thumbs up.
Like Moose sitting there punching Trey Miguel in the face, and obviously it's like he's not even hitting him, but it looks like
it
was hilarious.
It was set up like that 70s show. I was a big fan of that 70s show, so I really enjoyed this. Next we get the Rascalz versus the North and Moose, which is what that was hyping up.
Team Moose dominates the beginning.
Yeah. Well, Moose wins off of a spear. They get the win. The North and Moose win the match. But it was an awesome high-flying match. The Rascalz, I've never seen them work, really.
Okay. Impressed?
Yeah, I was very impressed. And I'm not really impressed by a lot of high-flying stuff. But their trios tag team tandem action was very impressive. This was also my first time seeing the North work together. And wow, I really wish Josh Alexander would have went to WWE with Ethan Page.
So we get the North.
Yes,
I was hoping.
I've always heard good stuff, but I think they're better than what I've heard. Like I said, Moose is Moose. Of course, Moose wins off the spear.
The only, I guess, obviously we had the tandem offense and high-flying stuff on the ramp, which was really cool. Moose hit a crazy powerbomb on Trey Miguel on the outside of the ring, which looked devastating.
There was that one move off the ramp where he does the
cannonball flip.
Yes.
That was nice.
That was nice.
Moose's spear, though, to end this, I don't know if it was the cell that Dezmond and Xavier tried to attempt where he kind of spun out of it, but it didn't look as devastating as I think it was meant to be, and that was the only thing that took it out, took something away from it. But I mean, other than that, I think it was a great 6-man tag team match to showcase all these guys.
I really enjoyed it.
Moose.
Really.
The only thing that I think that was weak was the finish.
And at this point in the pay-per-view, we've seen Scarlett and we've seen a couple matches, and I'm starting to feel like it has a different feel to it than the old TNA.
Impact definitely had its own identity.
Well, once we'll get into it later, where I start kind of grabbing. You can see where they was grabbing some of their stuff and putting it together, and they did it really well.
Okay.
Really well. There's an interview package next with Johnny Impact and Taya Valkyrie talking about them being the most powerful couple in Impact Wrestling. And this is the setup. Taya and Jordynne Grace next. And this is a young Jordynne Grace.
Very young.
I really enjoyed this match. It was fast-paced, great submission action. Taya works the arm. I really enjoyed that, how she worked on the arm. Grace hits a muscle buster, which I thought was impressive. Taya hands Grace the first loss in Impact Wrestling and retains the Knockouts Championship with the Road to Valkyrie finished.
Road to Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Yep.
Valhalla. That's what I meant. And we get the 1, 2, 3 Taya wins. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I like the fact that her and Impact both have titles.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed that. Next, we get an interview about Gail Kim coming out of retirement to face Tessa Blanchard. And after that, we get another video package with Sami Callihan, Rich Swann. This was good stuff. The X Division match, OVE rules.
Mm-hmm.
Sami Callihan versus Rich Swann. There's a staple gun. This was hardcore. You see the cactus special delivered on the apron.
I like the handspring cutter on the ramp.
Oh, yes.
That was nice.
Yes, that was amazing.
Callihan at one point hits a low blow and power drive Swann on the guardrail.
The exploder on the chair.
Exploder. A super power driver on the Legos.
Oh, yeah. Rich took crazy bumps.
The finish was nice, and I think it paid a homage to what I was talking about earlier with Eddie Edwards and the baseball bat, with the barbed wire bat being brought out, Swann being the one to use it and to tap.
With the crossface.
With the crossface was nice. We'll get into the crossface a little bit more here in a minute, specifically the move. But overall, I like this. I think it put to... Callihan explains the blood feud, how we used to be brothers and now we're not.
Right.
Going to that other going to Orlando changed you, and I think this match really put that together.
I liked it. It was hardcore. As I was saying earlier, I'm going to get into where I think they were drawing from. Here, their inspirations. This was hardcore. It was really good. I liked it for what it was. It reminded me of old ECW style.
Yes.
Action. And not just ECW, because like I'm going to get into later, as you go even more into the show, even with like the Tessa Blanchard match that comes up, or the Lucha Bros versus LAX, or Johnny Impact versus Cage. These, I think they were pulling from both Lucha Underground and ECW.
Well, like just prior to this, they had the Impact Lucha Underground kind of crossover, and that's where we got like Ray Phoenix coming in, Penta coming in, Johnny Impact, Brian Cage.
But they use a lot of the same storytelling elements.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed that. I thought it worked and meshed good together.
Agreed.
Next, we get a backstage Tessa Blanchard talking about Gail Kim costing her the Knockouts Championship. And Tully Blanchard shows up and says he will be at ringside, setting at ringside. Also, Gail Kim will be coming out of retirement in this match. And her husband, Robert Irvine, world famous chef, is also at ringside. I thought that was really good. I think it made a big match feel to this.
I like Tessa's entrance. Tessa showed out with kind of Blanchard Enterprise.
Yes.
It was paying like a little callback to her dad, which was cool.
Yeah, and then Tessa hits this. It's like a full Nelson Slam type maneuver off the. Normally she would put him face down on the mat, but it was on the ramp, and instead she spun her off onto the floor.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. I thought this was great. Tessa picks up the win, and
with the crossface.
With the crossface, yes. And well, it was kind of like a crossface. It was a new maneuver she introduced.
It kind of was like a label lock, kind of, but like just like I said earlier, getting back to the crossface, to end two matches back to back with a crossface like maneuver. I think they could have maybe talked about the finishes a little
more
better.
beforehand.
Yes.
Well, I just think Tessa was amazing. I think this was a passing of the torch.
Yes.
It was in Gail Kim's hometown.
Okay.
Of Toronto. Yep. So the very emotional support from the crowd. The crowd loved it. A lot of love to Gail. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed this match. I thought it was a big match feel. Tessa wins with a new submission hold.
Yes. And then up next, we do get a video package hyping up Brian Cage taking on Johnny Impact. I thought it was really cool. So in Johnny Impact's corner, you got Johnny Bravo, you got Taya Valkyrie, which is an interesting tandem. They even put over how like most of the matches that Impact's won when it comes to Cage is because of Bravo.
Well, Bravo was the ref, so they didn't know if he cheated or not. They couldn't. It was like left up. And I really like that, and that's how we get Lance Storm as the special referee. In Canada as the special.
I also want to say Lance Storm looked like he could still go.
Yo, yes.
In 2019, Lance Storm could have definitely
And this right here is where that Lucha Underground feel really kicked in. This is where I really
I felt like we was in the temple again.
Yeah. I do believe Brian Cage should have probably stayed in Impact rather than going to...
seeing hindsight, 2020.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And Johnny Impact also, I mean, I think he would have done better.
Yeah, because now he's bald.
Yeah.
And is on Ring of Honor.
Yeah, but Brian Cage definitely should have...
I think they both could have been... Like, right now, if you look at the main event scene in TNA, you have Mike Santana, Frankie Kazarian, Steve Macklin. Like, and these are... Johnny Impact and Brian Cage kind of set that new tone.
Right.
Because for a while, Impact was kind of the same copy and paste. Insert Lashley, insert Hardy, insert Angle. This was the new breed. For Impact, and they've set that new tone, that new style, and I think, like you said, they, as the pioneers, I think they can still hold up today if they're given the opportunity.
This match was great. Brian Cage is amazing.
The Spanish Fly from the ramp to the floor looked like it fucking hurt.
Man, on Johnny Impact delivering it to
Brian Cage
and
is
the
a beast of a man.
suplexes that Brian Cage delivers from outside the ring to the
those are badass.
Amazing. I thought having Taya and Bravo on the floor, I thought was really good. It adds to the deck being stacked against Brian Cage.
I like how they busted him open with the knee in between the guardrail.
Yes,
vicious. Really sold. Really, like just put over the intensity. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then Cage eventually, after a bunch of shenanigans and a table, puts Impact through the table, which was nice. Which kind of alludes back to the ECW kind of style thing, is where obviously there's rules, but they're laxed rules. So like a table is implemented a lot. The one thing that screamed TNA was the shenanigans at the end.
Yes.
Everybody involved. Taya's involved, the title's involved, Bravo's involved, Lance Storm gets taken down to eventually come back and super kick Bravo.
And then he's about to disqualify him and Cage stops him.
It was like the most Jeff Jarrett finish with no Jeff Jarrett.
Well,
and I loved it.
And Cage picks up the win and he's your new champion.
I want to talk about the Jarrell Claw. As the movie hits, absolutely beautiful.
You love it, huh?
I love it.
Okay, and then we get Michael Elgin from New Japan Pro Wrestling coming out.
Which, before anybody shits on my opinion here, Elgin as an in-ring performer is outstanding. Like, if you go watch what he did in New Japan, even what he does with Cage later in Impact, which we'll probably watch, absolutely phenomenal. This is one of those cases where it'd be nice if we can look at the in-ring work as opposed to maybe the controversies that happen outside the ring.
I don't know nothing about any controversies or any of that. I don't even know who this guy was. I didn't know who he was when he walked out.
I'm just putting it out here before we give it a positive opinion. People shit on it.
Oh, they're going to shit on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because he's a bad dude?
Well,
accused bad dude?
Accused of being a bad dude.
Okay. Well, I don't know nothing about that, but I know he come out and he laid... Cage flat on his back, which is the most Impact thing that I think you could do
immediately, and you end the feel good moment with
right.
And what confused me, I guess, at first was when Elgin came out, it seemed like there was going to be a good sportsmanship face off,
right?
And then he hits possibly the weakest spinning back fist I've ever seen in my life.
It was horrible.
Holds Cage for a minute and then hits the power bomb, which is a devastating power bomb, but like. I don't know. I feel like, I guess, the moment maybe felt flat.
And then next we get Full Metal Mayhem.
They fucking... LAX and the Lucha Bros, the chemistry these two teams have...
was amazing.
There's
only one thing I didn't care for. I
know.
One thing I didn't care for, and this is the chair spot. It's where they all get the chairs and they all set them up in the ring and then they all sit down and they trade. It just took me out of the whole fucking match. Because, like, they're hitting everything hard. They're going nuts. Their Spanish flies off this.
Well, they start with topes and then topes through tables.
Right.
I don't know. Like, right after that, Phoenix goes to walk the ropes and hit a Spanish fly on Ortiz off the ladder through the tables. And Ortiz goes through the tables on the outside.
Right.
It's on the outside. And Phoenix lands right on his head.
Yes.
And I thought he was out. He doesn't do anything the rest of the match. But that's whenever we get, like, Santana for one F5's Penta on a standing chair, which was pretty gnarly.
They broke out everything for
everything. On the
tax.
I thought the tax on the tables was a bit much.
I liked it.
I liked the finish, though, where both Penta and Santana are at the top of the ladder. And they broke out the forks earlier. Teased using forks that Conan gave them. Right. They didn't use them. Santana pulls out the pocket.
I think Santana was supposed to go with him, though.
I don't think so.
I think he was because he told Ortiz to make the cover.
But if he would have went with him,
I think he would have
got suplexed.
I think he was.
It wouldn't have made sense.
Well, I think he was supposed to maybe... Because he tilted like he was going to go, and then he stopped, and then Ortiz looked up at him like he was going to jump on him.
Maybe, I guess.
And he was like, no, pin him. So I think somehow it got... But, okay, it might have got confuckled at the end.
I think Phoenix was supposed to get up and do it.
Well, I think they got confuckled at the end, but they recovered real good.
They do.
And it don't even look like nobody can tell it was confuckled.
If you are really paying attention to it, you're going to be like, maybe there's something
going on. Like when I seen it, I rewound it and watched it twice because I was like, there was something confuckled there.
I think Phoenix was supposed to get up after landing on his head.
But we get LAX four-time tag team champions.
The celebration in the ring's nice. All four men able to stand up, hug it out.
And right now, Conan being a part of this, Conan's going through some health issues is what I've heard. Prayers for Conan. We're praying for you. TNA, though, Impact. It wasn't TNA. It was Impact. This was crazy. I enjoyed it. I really liked it. As I said, I hadn't been watching this era of Impact. It was hard to find then.
It's crazy to see how far a lot of these guys have come.
Yeah.
Well, and then it's crazy to see how high a lot, like the company was on a lot of these guys, and to see their careers go in very different positions. But like somebody like Santana, who's leaving Rebellion in 2019 as tag team champions, who then could potentially be going into Rebellion this year as TNA heavyweight champion. It's kind of cool to see that. And somebody like Penta, who's now the Intercontinental champion in WWE, who it's just wild to look at all these people's careers and see how far they've come. I had a great time watching it.
Me too.
So go down in the comment section, guys. Let us know if you want to see more TNA or Impact Wrestling reviews like these. You know, we've done WWE, we've done WCW, we've done ECW.
I think we're going to do some independents coming up, aren't we?
There's a strong chance we might be checking out some Warrior wrestling events, which probably be done a little bit differently. We might do that in more of a live stream platform. We'll have to see. We'll have to tell. We'll have to work that out. But thank you guys. There's an episode of Talking with Angels coming out soon on the Woolwine Content Network. Be sure to check that out. And we'll see you next time.
As always, thank you for your support and all praise to God.
Bye.